In this video, we're going to talk about how we can use price action rules to help us navigate the market and identify high probability setups. The first question that I have to ask myself as a price action trader is, what is the structure in front of me telling me? What is the bias? Because I want to understand where the market is heading so I can prepare the areas on the chart where I can expect and anticipate high probability setups to form. So right now I can see that we traded up into the structure, but we're not really going higher that significantly. We're mainly going sideways, which means we are in some form of a consolidation. Flat EMA, consistent price swings up and down, but every single major low and high, they're higher. So there is slight bullish bias. It resembles a very, very weak uptrend. So this means, according to range rules in price action, I want to buy low, sell high, and fade breakouts. Most breakouts will fail. But because we traded up into this, I'm going to be more thinking about long opportunities, because if we're going to buy low, we're going to get higher chance of getting profitable setups and setups with high reward. Okay, so if we trade up, there's high likelihood we're going to continue working higher. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to predict some key levels. You don't have to be perfect. The range is just about to be established. In the meantime, I'm going to follow short-term trend lines because they're going to navigate the structure accurately. Okay, break new low. Downtrend is working lower. Okay, you're correcting. And we have new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long. Now this is not the best setup to consider because the spike down doesn't have new low, there is no second leg down, and also you are in the middle of this trend range. Now I took this setup because I kind of like the bullish bias. I was also eyeing some weak channel like this. This is not significant channel, but it's basically indicating that there is slight bullish bias. So I was thinking about going long here, but it ended up being a losing trade. But this is not that great of a trade because this downtrend doesn't have new extreme just yet. It was quite significant spike down. So it's better to be patient. This was not a good trade on my part. And this is better because finally we have the second leg down. One leg down, break, second leg down. Okay. One leg down, break, second leg down. And this is one bounce, second bounce, third bounce. And this right here is solid triple test. You're buying at the bottom of the structure. You have flat EMA, you're buying at the bottom. So controlling rules want to buy low. And since you traded up, there is the bullish bias. You have odds on your side that the market's going to continue working higher. Scalp was made. And now you have new low, first entry short, pullback, second entry short failure. We have a failed second entry short. We're going to take a look at the support. Support held nicely. Failed second entry short above EMA, nice bullish bar. Okay, we're probably heading to the top of the trend range. It's a little bit stacked, so it's a little bit more aggressive, but there is nice momentum. Failed second entry short, off the range lows, decent stuff to consider. I took this setup, work for a scalp. Market reversed down, so now what I have to do is I'm going to right now follow this downtrend, same thing that happened here, okay? We are still in a trend range, so I'm thinking about buying at the bottom. But I first need to let this downtrend play out, and let's see what's going to happen. I'm going to follow the structure. The range is expanding, it looks like. You can play around with this. And finally now you have the second leg down, okay? You can see this right here is a repeat pattern of what happened here. Once again, one leg down, break, second leg down, new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long. So this right here is it's a second entry long combined with a failed breakout, because most breakouts according to rules will fail. Okay, look at this juicy big bearish bar at the bottom. They're going to trap all the sellers who are trading the breakout strategies, who are trading the momentum strategies. But this is a trend range, flat EMA, consistent price swings up and down. Most breakouts will fail, especially once you have second leg down already that played out, measured move. And this downtrend has a break push to an extreme. So this is a great long opportunity. I was preparing my order, but there was no tick above. There was no break above our bullish signal bar that is signaling that the market is going to go higher. So unfortunately, I cannot really go long here. What about high low? Well, you have some sketchy high low. Context-wise, the high low is great, but you know, it didn't form that clean. You have to use this sort of like a double bar entry, inside bar, double bar entry. I mean, you can consider, but it's not the best high low. You know, you're going long right into EMA. Context wise, okay. Can I get a failed second entry short? No failed second entry short, but I'm going to redraw brand new uptrend. Once again, you have to draw these channels. You're not thinking about selling because this uptrend is still in play. In fact, I would be looking for second entry long at the EMA to test the new high, because even in ranges, you still follow the short-term trend line rule. Okay, break push to an extreme. Okay, market keeps going higher now. There is no good short opportunity, but can you fade a breakout here? Can you sell? Because you talked about most breakouts will fail. You don't want to sell. Number one, remember we traded up into the trend range, But more importantly, notice how steep this move is. The break of the initial channel didn't even touch the EMA. So every single time you can make a case for a slightly wider channel that is in play, you're not fading the breakout. You're fading the breakout if the structure has broad two legs, because it's negating broad channel. Every single time you can make a case good for just slightly wider channel, the move is too steep, it can have continuation, and you need to be patient. Now there's no good setup anyway to sell, no problem. Market keeps going higher, so I'm going to draw spike and a channel pattern. It aligns with the EMA. Okay, I'm going to redraw short-term trend. I expect new high, but I cannot go long below EMA while the downtrend is still in play. You can see you never even touch the EMA, so you can definitely play the spike and a channel pattern. There is nice market geometry, bullish momentum. Okay, almost new high, double top. Looks like market's going to consider this double top as new high. That is sufficient. I'm going to redraw the downtrend working lower. Once again, as a price action trade, just follow these short-term trends. They're your best bet to keep you safe. So what you're expecting right now, you have a downtrend, you expect new low to be tested, and you're thinking about second entry short at the EMA. New low, first entry short. Can I get a second entry short? I have a second entry short here, but we have a problem because this micro uptrend got a little bit too strong, okay? We broke above EMA, it's quite strong, and there is no break and push to new high. So because there is no new high and there is such a spike above EMA, this second entry short is not that easy to take, okay? Especially since there is no new high and it broke above EMA so strongly, I really feel like we need a failed second entry long. I can mark it more aggressive. If you really want new high, first entry long, second entry long failure, in a situation like this, there's a stronger setup, you get more confirmation. You can trust the fact, okay, there are two attempts to test the new high and both of them failed. This is why you want the failed second entry long. Which you have it here, but you're so far down from the EMA, you can't go short here. You needed some mini second entry short that didn't form, and now you have break, push to a new low, and the downtrend played out. So the downtrend played out, so I'm going to pause looking to go short. The market keeps going lower, and it keeps going lower again. Okay, so this is quite significant continuation. Let's see what's going to happen. I don't think we can go long just yet directly into the EMA. This was quite significant push down. You can even see how we basically started at the very top here. We completely pushed through the entire trading range. We're all the way down at the bottom. It already looks like there can be some wider downtrend, but let's see what's going to happen. And this right here is going to confirm the wider downtrend. Why is that? Because the bullish uptrend already played out with the break push to new high. Okay, there is no bullish reversal. There is no uptrend in play. It already played out with the break new high, two legs up. So this is confirming, okay, there can probably be some wider downtrend, something like this. We can focus on a downtrend, something like this, because there's no reversal, two legs up, break new high. And now you have counter reset, first entry short, pullback, second entry short, off the trend line, a little bit more advanced because you're selling still above EMA. That's not the problem, but the trend line is not that super easy to trust just yet, but you're getting confirmation here, two legs up. It's a decent lower high, decent single bar, can be considered. It's a second entry short or a lower high if you're counting from the very highest point. Can I get a full second entry long? I cannot sell this far down, far from the EMA at the bottom of the move. Okay. Market is going sideways, so you can see EMA is flattening. So you're going to combine the downtrend with the trend range, which means you want to sell high. And you have basically a repeat pattern of this a little bit, but there is no break in new high just yet. Just one leg up, new low, first entry short, second entry short. If you reset the count, because you have a lot of matching lows, decent setup, but because you don't have clear break in new high, I'm going to mark it a little bit more aggressive. You're expecting failed second entry long to test the new low. Can I get a failed second entry long below EMA? Yes, I can, but the failed second entry long is simply, once again, not full at the EMA. You can see it's not full at the EMA, a little bit too far down. You know, also there's some support here. You just can't take it, even though it worked. We just can't break the rules. It's a shame because had it formed somewhere around here, close to the EMA, it's a great trade. Break, push to a new extreme, downtrend played out. Okay. Now you have high low, but I don't think we can go long just yet because this is quite significant spike down. What if there's some continuation? You prefer some reversal pattern above EMA. You have felt second entry short here, but once again, you're still not above EMA. A reversal pattern needs to form above EMA. I mean, it's decent setup because now it's getting quite broad. And because downtrend played out, there's probably not going to be continuation. And we were in the trend range, so you're probably going to go back into the trend range. It's not a bad setup. High-low here. I mean, this felt second entry short is actually quite nice. Decent signal bar. It's a trap, stronger setup than high-low. You can consider because this downtrend played out. Probably going to go higher. Gonna redraw. Brand new uptrend. I'm thinking about second entry long at the EMA. We actually have a second entry long here, which you can make a case for the second entry long to be at the support because I can find a kilo with a lot of confirmations here. 2 legs down once again, decent setup to consider. I was looking more for high-low because when you're watching this live, what if the kilo is a little bit lower here and you still don't have the move to the bottom? So this is why I'm not really a fan of this just yet. We need the high-low confirmation setup. Can I get high-low? No high-low breaking you high. If you took this setup, not a bad trade. You can make a case for this being a little bit more aggressive because the downtrend played out 2 legs down. And when the downtrend played out and these 2 legs are so broad, there's not going to be continuation like this. There's probably going to be momentum working higher. So you can actually consider this setup. It's not a bad trade. Break new high. Reverse the working lower. Overshoot. And now it's getting too late and market is about to close here. So this is the overall structure for today. It was a big trend range day. Now we can divide today's structure into many different small structures. We start with small consolidation here. And once again, pay attention how broad the 2 legs are. Every single time you can make a case good for a slightly wider channel. You're not really thinking about fading. But if those 2 legs are broad, you can really be expecting for price action to go back into trend range because it's negating any wider channel. So you have good triple test here, good fill breakout here. It's a shame there was no trigger. Then you're just simply patiently navigating the bullish spike in the channel pattern, break new high, and market reverse back into trend range. So you have to think about selling. Second entry short, okay enough, but the uptrend was a little bit too strong. And then you have few decent short opportunities near the key level combined with the bearish bias, break new low, and price session traded back into trend range. So fairly predictable. You can see a trend range behavior. You follow short-term trends and you expect most breakouts to fail eventually. So I hope you had a good trade. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to talk to you next time. Good luck in your trading.